in the video explaining them how many chicks he's smashing, while admittedly being with Iggy Azalea, engaged to.
And dude just like
Somehow got released on the Instagram.
somehow. I mistakenly put.
Let me know when you're ready. This is Spartan 117, Master Chief.
And Cortana.
And you're checking out Wollie Mopped Gaming. Chief out.
Wollie Mopped Gaming episode number 72. And Alex came out today.
Yep.
He's body sumo slamming people. He plays a lot like a mix between... First of all, Alex was... I don't remember Alex being this popular in Street Fighter 3 days.
He was pretty popular, surprisingly.
I don't remember him being popular.
He was the Ryu of the game for the first iteration. Second iteration, I don't remember if they brought in Ryu.
They did. Ryu
was it in second Impact or in Third Strike?
I don't know.
I know he wasn't in.
They brought Ryu, Ken, and Chun at the same time.
Third Strike when
Maybe
they brought them
Strike.
in. Second Impact, I know they brought in like Yuri and I think a couple other characters.
Yeah,
but
who's coming?
Yeah, Third Strike. Third Strike, I think had Ryu and Ken and
He moves a lot better.
And Akuma.
He moves a lot better than his background. Whatever his background.
Yeah, because that was just like a placeholder.
Yeah, he moves a lot better. His animation's a lot better and everything. And he's a charge character as he was.
Yeah.
He's a quarter circle character. He has command grabs. He basically has everything. If you want a character who can do everything, if you want a character who has a command grab, you want a character who has a semi fireball, if you want a character who has DPs, if you want a character who can take heavy damage of a fucking he has a lariat. He has every tool that he has a change of, he has like a dive punch kick. Like it's not a dive kick. He goes in the air. I think you press like down in the punch button, and he does like a Superman dive down.
Yep.
He has killer EX moves. His V trigger, I know, gives some extra damage, and he's like steam starts coming off his body. He has when he's in V trigger, he has a move where he does a clothesline, and he can mix you up from the clothesline and do like a graph off that. Yeah.
That's it.
I don't know everything he can do, but I haven't figured him out fully yet. I'm pretty sure there's more.
Yeah.
His V skill, I don't know what it does. He like gets his arm and he like does one of these numbers, like I'm getting ready to fight, like Guile.
Yeah.
He like twirls his arm, but I'm doing what you guys can't see. I don't know what it does, but something. But basically, he has every move you can have in the game. The only move he doesn't have is the only move Alex doesn't have. Oh, he has a head stump. He has a hold down and press up.
Yeah.
And he jumps and does a head stump for you. If you hold down, up, and kick, he does a head stump. If you hold down, up, and punch, he jumps by you, grabs you, and does a headbutt. The only move Alex does not have is some kind of tatsu. And that's it. Besides that, he has every other move.
Overheads.
He has an overhead. He has an overhead that has like a whole box and a half reach.
Damn.
Yeah, his arm is that big. Like his overhead can hit you from like way out.
So similar to what's his name? Nash's forward fierce.
Yeah,
his
but he doesn't even
the back fist, but it doesn't do overhead damage.
Yeah.
But the reach for it is like
it's just massive. And his down heavy is a pop up. His down fierce punch is a pop up.
Yeah.
He's just got. I don't know what his linkers are or his combos or everything like that, or his if he has any like target combos or whatever cases. I haven't looked at yet, but his unique attacks are just massive. Like I mean, he is the most balanced character probably in the game. Will be in the game.
Well, we'll see. We'll have to see.
That's not Shoto.
Yeah. We'll have to see him when we actually give him a try and stuff.
Yeah, which we will be doing. So stay tuned for that. I mean, we'll probably be getting the shit kicked out of us, but I mean, like, he's pretty fucking balanced. He has incredible buttons, incredible reach, and you can just because you can play him like a grappler.
Yeah.
You can play him like a you can play him like keep away and just jab somebody, out, and you can kind of keep him out. And then if the person gets too close to you, you can do a command grab. And if they're throwing fireballs at you, you can fucking negate them with the fucking his slash, whatever the case is.
They're freaking like forearm.
It's not a projectile in this game.
It's a forearm. Like it wasn't a projectile in the last game.
Yeah, I think it was. I think
it was just a friggin' chop.
But the chop like went out a little bit further.
Yeah, it had like a little bit of range, but all it was a chop.
This
it doesn't
is just
have
his hand
like
now though.
Oh, it doesn't have.
But he has so much fucking hand on his
I thought it still looked like it had like a little bit of a range.
No, I mean he doesn't chop now. He like punches like a puncher now. So it's weird, yeah. But and it's super damaging, and he takes a lot of damage. Like he's gonna be interesting play styles. Like the thing I'm gonna like about him, I'm thinking about picking him up because right now my kin is my kin. Like I knew I was gonna like Ken when the game came out, like not even knowing what it was, but I like Ken so much right now. Like I just beasting. Did I tell you that I hit silver?
I haven't. You haven't told me that. I'm
not at silver anymore. I think I'm somewhere like at around 1600 or 1500.
So you're
ultra bronze. Yes, I
can't break the freaking wall.
I broke 2000.
I can't break the wall. I've been trying to. I'm working my way. I got knocked back down into bronze.
I'm gonna tell you.
And I've been fighting to get to. I have yet to reach freaking ultra bronze.
I'm gonna tell you my secret. My secret. Wake ups. Wake ups are my secret.
That's the only problem with Nash. Nash doesn't have any wake ups.
No. When they're waking up.
I have to. Nash, I got to be careful with their wake up.
No.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I thought about it.
Or if you can bait them into doing stuff.
Crush counter on wake ups, almost every time.
Really?
Yeah. We'll talk about it. I almost don't want to tell you, but yeah. So
thanks for letting me suffer because we never play each other.
Yeah, we would never play. Maybe once or twice you beat me.
Yeah, we've only played like.
You beat me every time we played.
That's just because I know how you play. And that's it.
And I think I'm way above what I was. Like it's crazy.
I'm better than I was before. I look back at all of my old recordings for some of the matches, and I can see where I'm a lot.
Oh yeah,
better.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like I'm not where I even close to want to be.
Just
I don't know if I can I can't do like tournament stuff. Like, I'm not that good.
Think you can. I've learned.
I'm talking about how I am right now.
Oh no. I mean, I think I can compete in tournaments. I don't think I'm gonna win.
I can't. No, I don't even think I can compete. I'm too low level.
I might not make it out of pools, for like higher stuff. But yeah, I definitely could beat scrubs. But yeah, once I tell you this one thing, it's going to change the way you play the game.
We'll see.
All right, so yeah, we both been playing Street Fighter 5. I know you've been playing a little bit of Division.
I've been playing a little bit of Division, a little bit less. Actually, because I couldn't figure out what I wanted to play. I picked up Batman the other night.
I have to finich that.
Just to start playing a little bit because I had to get the taste of BVS out of my mouth. So I had to play something DC related that was good. Yeah, I went there. And I also have been playing Mercenary Kings a little bit, so I haven't beaten Mercenary Kings.
Nice. I want to play that at some point.
It's fun.
At some point, I definitely want to play that. I downloaded the updated version of Season 3, but it has Killer Instinct, but it hasn't finished doing this thing yet. Just Street Fighter, playing with Alex, and I played some. I got on the Xbox and I played some. I played some. What's the game? Jesus. Shout out to Kyle.
Warframe.
Yeah, I played some Warframe alone by myself, and I trying to get into the lore of that game because I feel like I would really like it, but just so distracted with everything else.
Yeah, I played a little bit earlier, but I couldn't find any people. Usually, with the times that I play, couldn't find anybody that was.
I tried to make a lounge with. We gotta make a lounge. I tried to make a lounge on Street Fighter with the guy from Blue Dragon. Always wearing cool hats.
Zach.
Yeah.
Tattoo.
Yeah. I tried to get Zach, but we've been missing each other. But he plays Ken too. And Julio.
Julio.
Brent is cool and Julio.
Brent is cool with his friggin' his kin is dope.
His kin is dope.
He's dope.
Julio's
But
kin.
you could tell like the distance between him and like some people like friggin' Marv.
Yeah.
Marv. Look at that. His freaking Mika. God, that's
Disgusting.
scary.
Disgusting. Ugh. He is. Anyways, let's not even get into that. So, Capcom CPT's been awesome.
Yep.
2 weeks in a row. I don't think there's anything going on this week. But the coolest thing about CPT is the gap between the West and the East. Not that great of a gap.
Yeah.
I mean, like anybody could take it.
Yeah. Right now,
Tokido and Infiltration.
Yeah.
Obviously, best.
Infiltration has won both final round and freaking.
And the cool thing about him winning that,
NorCal.
the seat, the automatic, like if you win a major, you automatically get the seat, right?
Yep.
But last year, if you win 2 majors, the second major that you win, the third major you win, or whatever, the multiple major that you won, the automatic seat would go to the second place.
Yep.
That is not the case anymore.
Nope.
You have to go by the brackets and
Yep.
the regions and everything else.
You don't have a at that point you don't have a seat.
Yeah.
You just have to go by your standings.
It's kind of like NASCAR in a way.
You have to go purely by your standings,
which
and
is
your
pretty
points.
awesome.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome. But yeah, Infiltration. He's the best Guile. I mean, unlike Nash, only because his spacing is just ridiculous. His spacing, Infiltration, the way Infiltration does not walk in the game. If he's not dashing,
Yeah.
he's and his spacing is just
Spacing is
crazy.
ridiculous. He did. I forgot what move he did where we baited dude to like attack and he
The
did.
shimmy?
Yeah, it was very similar to shimmy, but I forgot. It was one of the NorCal matches.
Oh, okay.
And he had dude in the corner, and like he had just enough range. He didn't shimmy or anything. He had just enough range. Baited dude into attacking and like finished the match. I was like, holy shit! Like,
Yeah.
But Nash's range is ridiculous.
His range is ridiculous.
His range is just ridiculous. If you know what moves are the ones that he has, some that are like ridiculously short range, and then some that are like ridiculously long range. And his mid game is confusing
Yeah.
when you're playing with him.
I can't wait for some Tekken 7 whenever that comes out. I'm really want to get my hands on some Jin play. I've been seeing a lot of Jin play, and I'm like, I really want to pick him up.
Jin looks pretty cool. I probably still stick with my usuals.
Who's that? Who do you
Law
play?
and Lei.
Law and Lei, yeah, that makes
Law and
sense.
Lei.
A lot of other games, like I said, I've been playing the Sherlock Holmes game, which was free on Xbox Live.
Oh, the
Crimes and Mysteries or something like that.
Yeah, that actually got like really poor reviews.
I
when it
know,
first came
but
out.
it's one of those games that's so meta that it's good. Like meta in the sense that there's like not a lot of it's game, but they tried to make it so realistic that they took out the game to the game, and it's kind of boring, but you like still want to play it. Like it's so good, it's so good. I just found myself playing it for like 3 hours the other day.
But the thing I was afraid that game was going to suffer of when I really started looking at, because they were trying to do all this like little gimmicky stuff
love
to
it.
push it.
Not the gaming stuff that I like, the actual content of the game. They tried to make it very like you're a detective, but nobody knows that being a detective is kind of boring.
What I thought it was going to be very similar to, not in the aspect of like story and stuff like that, but in the way it was going to play.
L.A.
was,
Noire?
No, Murdered Soul Suspect.
Yeah.
And Murdered Soul Suspect had like
Had its moments.
It had its moments where it could have
But it
been like
was
really
so-
awesome,
yeah.
but it was really like
Dull.
draggy. It
Yeah,
was
dragged
dull. It was
out.
a dull game.
It's like they had to push it out.
Yeah.
Kinda like
Yeah, I played it and I was like, I beat it in like a night, and I just was like, it had like something that could be a little bit better, but I don't know if they knew what they could do with that.
I played Thief for a little while.
Really?
Then I turned it off.
From what I've heard, the new Thief is not like the old Thief.
Or maybe it's too much like the old Thief.
What do you mean?
In the sense of game mechanics, it runs just like old Thief, and it doesn't have any new game mechanics.
A lot of people were complaining with how the character was and stuff like that, and that some of the gameplay elements were a little bit wonky.
I felt like it was an old game in a new genre that didn't do anything to push the genre. Like I feel like I'd rather be playing. I'd rather been playing. What's the name of the game? It has a part 2 coming out right now. Where you sneak around and everything. Part 2's coming out. You're gonna be like a girl, and you're gonna have powers or something. It's kind of weird. You have a mask. You had the mask in the first one. You could like, you can kind of like blink.
Oh, Dishonored.
Dishonored, yeah. I feel like I'd rather be playing Dishonored than Thief. And then I was like, where's my Dishonored at? Like, it's on my 360.
Yeah.
I don't feel like getting it.
Yeah, I can't wait for Dishonored too.
Yeah,
the Dishonored
so-
1 story is actually really
Dishonored reminds Thief, but like a better Thief.
because there were more mechanics you could
Yeah,
use
yeah,
with it.
yeah, exactly. And like the maps in Dishonored were pretty dope, and you got to move around and everything once you found out where it is. I mean, the same thing in Thief, but then there's like this like unneeded like mysterious like supernatural element to Thief now that's just shouldn't be in it. I don't know. It's weird. But yeah, and then I started playing some more Street Fighter 5. And I started playing some MKX, and I got used to Takeda being a little bit slower.
Okay.
They made this back 2, which is like his really quick overhead what he does. They made it like 2 frames slower, and it really makes a difference. Like people can catch what I'm doing now and stuff like that. But like 3 matches into it, and I was like kicking ass again. Alien is a problem because you don't know what its tail does a lot of work too. So it fights with his hands, and then like its tail, and if you don't know what it's going on with the tail, it's just pretty disgusting.
I'm trying to think of there's a player that or the character that plays very similar to that the way you made it sound.
Killer Instinct, Reptor.
Yeah.
That's what I felt like when I was playing it, because I didn't know where the attacks were coming from. So I got bodied by a couple aliens. But besides that, like Sub-Zero just seems faster. Sub-Zero seems a lot faster. And the new netcode was dope. So yeah, that's what I've been playing. So a little bit of Killer Instinct and a lot of Street Fighter. Alright, so everybody was belly aching about the evil Xbox. Making a console that would be upgradable through the power of the cloud, and how would we play these games, on what system we play these games on, PC. Since then, everybody's kind of not hating on Xbox right now because of the fact they were letting everybody play with everybody. So that's pretty actually cool. Yeah, and even PlayStation's like it kind of pushed PlayStation in a corner. It kind of backed them in the corner, like to be like, well, we kind of gotta say yeah. I mean, the pushback would be kind of big, you know what I mean? So PlayStation's like, yeah, we could do something like that. We'll talk. And then Xbox is like, hey, remember we gave you those like extra security like bitches for the hackers? Come on, man. This is actually the hackers might have brung PlayStation and Xbox together.
Yep. Yeah.
A common enemy. You know what I'm saying? And even though all consoles need other competition of consoles.
Well, they take care of each other.
Yeah. As far as consoles go, you know what I mean? Even Nintendo doesn't want to see the competition like totally just.
Monopoly won't work.
Yeah, exactly. But looks like PlayStation 4.5 or PlayStation 4 Part 2 might be a thing. You might be able to actually buy an upgraded box that will play 4K videos. What was it again? Virtual reality videos. Just a bunch of stuff. I'm figuring you know more about it than I do. What are they talking about?
The new PS4.5 is going to have a better GPU.
That's a horrible name, by the way. I hope that's not it.
I don't know. They'll probably just call it the PS4.
Yeah.
It's going to have a better GPU graphics processing unit, so it can run a lot of the games a little bit smoother.
No
better
1080p problems.
No 1080p problems. A lot better CPU, central processing unit, so the games run a little bit smoother, faster. It's going to have a 4K Blu-ray player in it, so you're going to have it able to play the 4K games on like 4K TVs and stuff like that. So it's going to be, it's even going to upscale games that are not 4K native. So those are going to make those look pretty. Yeah, it's going to be crazy, isn't it? It's going to have a media application. They're basically looking at having a VR lounge for the VR headset that's coming out with it.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's getting crazy.
Yeah, it's getting there.
They're going to have dev kits for new and existing games and stuff like that. As well as it's going to launch with some more titles because they're launching it for the VR. There's three of them that are for the VR that they believe are going to be coming out right now, and there's more games that are going to come out. But right now, Eve Valkyrie, which is going to be a tie-in to the Eve's online series.
Yeah.
Robinson: The Journey, which I'm guessing is I don't know. I really haven't seen or heard much about this, so I think Robinson. When I think Robinson like this
Robinson
and a Journey,
Crusoe's
maybe Robinson's Crusoe or Swiss Family Robinson
That's
or
what
something like that. Gran Turismo Sports, so that's gonna have a Gran Turismo game with a VR headset. It's gonna be it's gonna be for the PS4 as well, but the VR headset can be used for it, which I think would be really cool because like turning your head to look to the side and stuff like that would be interesting.
I feel like the VR headset will have game applications for it, but it would need like games made specifically.
Yeah.
For it.
Deep Down, which I think I saw a little bit of something for
Deep Down looks good.
And
Deep Down, I think that's on multi-plat, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, because like it's the same guys who made. I want to say it's the same guys who made what's the black and white game where you're running from like a big spider?
Limbo.
Limbo. I think the
same guys who made Limbo?
I think guys who made Limbo are making making
actually,
Deep Down.
Deep Down is Capcom.
Oh, Deep Down, the game that we saw at the release of freaking
the dungeon crawler. Yeah,
that's still a thing.
Yeah, apparently. New York City in the year
Wow.
2094.
Yeah, I remember that was like one of the first games they showed off.
Yeah.
Good for Capcom.
Oh no, man. That's Ono's is developing the game.
He is Capcom.
Yeah, he's Capcom right
He
now.
is
He's the only one
Capcom.
that got left. So I mean,
like just out of nowhere in that game, he's gonna be like, Shoryuken.
yeah, like it's like, fuck. And then they did that. What was it in Mega Man? One of the Mega Man X games. There was the one Flame Dragon guy. He would be like Hadouken, Shoryuken. I'm like, oh, dude, what the? Like they did this. It's also gonna have a game. This is just GOW for Gal 4, which some are thinking it's probably God of War 4, which they haven't said shit about it. So that means this might be a way out then, if that's the case, because they haven't even announced the God of War, if it's even a game. So right now it's just kind of like.
All right, so the question that everybody wants to ask and nobody wants to actually say, even though this is extremely cool, I have a PS4. I'm expecting only to make this one investment for the next 8 years, to say 6 to 8 years.
Yep.
Am I being left behind?
I don't know.
Like the fact that I have a PS4 and I'm expecting this PS4 to last me the next 5 years, and there's upgradable things that my games won't look as good. Like, am I being left behind? Are we in the PC generation at that point? Like what's
not quite? Because
would I be able to upgrade my existing PS4?
That's a good question. Most likely not.
Yeah,
it's not a PC.
Yeah. So like, it's like, do I have a right to feel a little bit screwed?
Yeah.
Or should I just be happy that there is an option to upgrade my system without there being an upgrade in system, upgrade my experience without upgrading like the system, next generation of systems? And if this is the case, will we ever get a PS5, or would it just keep upgrading what is the PS4?
I don't know. This is not something like uncommon though.
For
when it comes to like the power of a system, I think the thing that's uncommon is it happening this early.
We haven't.
I think the uncommon part is
we haven't done anything like this since like the 16-bit era. Xbox Arcade, Xbox.
The Xbox system did it like not. It didn't take as long, but they upgraded the bits and pieces of the hardware for the 360 by the Slim. Yes,
but the games played on the systems looked the same unless they were not HDMI.
That's still a big heavy change.
But I think that was a change in the culture of TVs more so than the culture of the actual system itself.
Things are getting faster too, though. I mean,
but Sony's pushing 4K TVs.
Yeah, because
so this helps their agenda of pushing 4K TVs.
I mean,
just like they were pushing Blu-ray in 3D.
Yeah, the 3D failed.
Yeah,
3D
it flopped.
Failed.
Yeah.
3D failed bad.
It flopped.
The Blu-ray player, we see what happened with that. Basically, all right, we concede. Here's our money. We want to put it in our system too, please. It's become the new norm.
Especially when it's called Sony Blu-ray.
Yeah. So I mean, I think the thing right now is this isn't uncommon. It's just it's happening quicker than it happened before.
But okay, in Xbox case, the system was just broken.
The PS3 did the same thing.
Yeah, but
with their multiple versions and stuff like that, that were a lot.
They were worse because they were less backwards compatible.
That was the one thing. It was, we'll make the system better, but we have to take the backwards compatible.
No.
What do you want gone? Well, and we voted for it. It wasn't the fact that that they were just like, we're just going to get away with it. We voted for no backwards compatibility.
I feel like there's such a disparity, though. Like, in the fact that we're going to be able to upgrade these systems. Like, the upgrades are not going to stop coming. Mm-hmm. There's not going to be a year where they go, well, this is upgraded as much as we're going to do it, and until the next system comes out. Like, when PS5 comes out, will the specs on that be less than my PS4? That's super upgraded. And Microsoft's trying to do the same thing, and they've already kind of softly put it out there they're doing it. PS4's just like, oh no, we're actually doing this. This is a thing. Microsoft is probably doing it, but they just their PR campaign to put it out is kind of like been smoother.
Yeah.
Instead of just saying, but PlayStation's like, we have nothing to lose. Look, this is what we're doing.
Yeah, well, they literally don't. They don't have to worry about it.
Rock out with our cocks out.
I think the biggest issue right now is just dealing with the people who are going to be like
left
up
behind.
in arms. Well, not left behind, up in arms, because it's still going to be able to play the same stuff.
Yeah.
But it's just like every generation of the past few generations of video games.
It's like
there's a newer model that comes out that
and then
is
how much
better.
it's going to cost, and then if it's the same price as what the original PS4 launched for, it's like, well, should I have just waited 2 years to get my PS4? I mean, it's not like I missed out on any games for real. I mean, the games are really not just coming out now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like I kind of feel like I got cheated a little bit. But yeah, I mean, and like I said, this is going to be a thing for Xbox and PS4. So if this is the case of how it's going, it's like, how upgradable are you going to allow the PS4 to be and Xbox One to be? And if you're going to have it infinite upgrades, what is the use in even bringing out a next generation console?
Let's hear what you got to say about that first, because that's like really loaded.
Yeah,
that's really loaded.
I just feel like with the fact of PC and Xbox One getting closer together, crossplay being imminent,
yeah,
and the fact that we're not going to be able to differentiate consoles.
We're already at that point.
Yeah,
really, the only difference really is software. The PS4 specs are slightly better. They are slightly better than the Xbox One, but really, in the end, Architect is the exact same.
Yeah.
The OS is the software and stuff is really where the stuff is different. It differs like heavily. But all in all, they're just the same goddamn system. We're literally already at that point.
Yeah.
But then, really, the only decisions you have to make is exclusives.
You know who I feel bad for? What's the old head of Xbox, Dimitri Demet? The guy who was like, well, if you guys want to play,
he is kicking himself.
if you guys want to play a not online console, then we got a console for that. It's called the 360.
Yeah.
For as blunt as he was, every fucking thing that he said,
he stepped in
came to fruition.
He stepped in that so hard.
But everything he said is now the norm.
Yeah.
Like 3 years ago, we were shitting bricks. Like, fuck this shit. Da, da, da. And now we're like, oh yeah, everything he said is what we're doing now. And if this is the case, this might be the last time we have a release date for a console.
Might be. We never know. We never know. And I mean, that goes.
And if you're giving out, if you're giving out hardware like specs, not develop dev kits for the new consoles, I guess what I foresee happening, right, is that they're gonna keep coming out with new upgrades for the Xbox One and the PS4, and it's gonna get to the point where you have to have at least this big of an upgrade to your system to play this game, because we can no longer make it that bad anymore, or we can only make it play at that lower resolution or that low of specs anymore. So you have to have at least PS4 update system 6. You know what I'm saying? Because you can make games that are playable across multiple platforms, but you can't make a game that's playable on multiple platforms. Like, you wouldn't make a game that's PS2 and PS4 compatible, because they couldn't do, you know what I'm saying?
Well, they can. They can easily do backwards compatibility for the PS4.
But it would have to be, but the game would be too up-resed to be playing on PS2, right? A game that's made for the PS4.
For the PS. Well, the PS3 can play PS4.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, if you have a system that's too many upgrades below.
Yeah, the PS2 can't do it. It's just not powerful.
So what I'm saying is, let's say like the PS2, 3, and 4 are the system upgrades. So it's like, you play this game, you have to at least have an upgrade system PS3. You know, it's a very sticky situation you get into, you know?
Yeah.
But I think that's our future if you want to play games still.
Most likely.
In the near future.
More than likely.
Alright, so we got a release date, kind of by accident, for Final Fantasy 15. Not Versus 15, but it's just 15 now.
Yep.
And it's actually pretty... for a game that's been supposed to come out like 8 years ago, it seems like. It's going to be here in September?
Yeah.
Which seems like tomorrow?
Really, really early.
Exactly, right?
Really, really early.
But GameSpot
Uh-huh.
is in a little bit of trouble. And can you tell us about that, Will?
Apparently, they might be hit with a couple $1 million fine for
Let's be honest, Square Enix needs it.
breaking the breaking the Final Fantasy 15 NDA. Basically, their non-disclosure agreement to not release certain information.
Yeah.
Apparently, it was they revealed the secrets behind the game's release date, a new playable demo, and a lot more other stuff that they weren't supposed to release information on.
Congratulations, IGN. You might not have a competitor in GameSpot anymore.
Yeah. So
if this goes through, I mean,
yeah,
Jesus.
they kind of dropped the ball on that one.
Yeah.
And
Do you think that guy's fired?
I don't know. Well, it won't really matter if the company doesn't exist
if it
anymore.
goes belly up, exactly.
Yeah, the basically, and since it's a legal contract, this is going to court more than likely,
But
or if they don't settle,
isn't GameSpot
unless they settle.
a UK based company?
I believe.
I want to say they're a UK based company. IGN is American based because they're out in California, but they have a UK. IGN has a UK like office, but I think that GameSpot is actually a UK based. I know they have an American office, but I think they're UK based.
I'm not sure.
So that's
I don't think so. Maybe originally, they're a subsidiary of CBS Interactive.
So they do have money. So they might be okay. They might be okay.
Yeah. So hey, if they're owned by CBS, they might be all right with that. But still, it's a legal issue that somebody's gonna get hit with. Yeah. They doesn't say. Originally, it doesn't look like they were. Nope. They started out in San Fran.
San Fran. Oh. I'm really excited.
They moved to do some stuff in the UK a little bit later.
I know that a lot of stuff is based out there right now.
Yeah, they started in 97.
97, I want to say.
I
remember.
And
that
then
was
they started growing into GameSpot. GameSpot, when it became GameSpot, I think is when they in 98 and around that time they had a lot of UK
G4 TV
ties and
whatever G4 TV was before it was G4 TV was like loosely tied with them when they would do
G-Force. I forgot what
used
it
to
started.
be.
But before
Adam Sessler was still in there.
No, way before. I watched G4
Oh.
before when it was G4, like original G4, and Tech TV was its
Tech
own.
TV,
Well,
there
Tech
we
TV
go.
was his,
Yeah.
that's where Adam Sessler was with
Yeah,
X-Play.
yeah,
G4 was purely video games.
Huh.
I'm talking like. When I say purely video games, there was no like freaking yeah. There was the commercials they had were for trailer or for like commercials for their other shows.
Wow.
And they had like a lot of really cool like shows.
Attack of the Show. I remember.
No. That was
again
at
Tech
Tech TV. So
I got
X Play was
I
Tech
got it late.
TV.
remember-
Attack of the Show was X TV.
I remember I started watching
or was Tech TV. Excuse me.
I used to like just the trailers because they would show all the new trailers, and they would just show nothing but trailers. And this is when you didn't have internet to go.
Original
you know what I
G4
mean?
did that. Original
was dope.
G4 had a lot of like interesting like gaming shows. And
Yeah.
stuff like they had a Cheaters, which was not a
Remember that.
not a like the Cheaters show. It was
Yeah.
actually like a cheat code show
Yeah,
where they show
yeah,
you how to do
that's
cheats in
dope.
certain games. They had this one like show that had like a story where this guy was like, it was called Portal, and they would this guy was like, he could like look at different like game worlds, and like these different characters in these game
Wow.
worlds would like interact with him, and he
Never
interact
saw
with
that.
people. It was actually pretty dope.
look
And it had
that
like they had like quite a few shows on there. I mean, talk about like histories of gaming and stuff like that. And then when the merger
that
happened,
stuff's
it was
on-
like they had a couple of those shows, but a lot of those shows got dumped. And then they focused
then
more on
Spike TV.
X-Play. They focused more on X-Play and Attack of the Show and stuff like that. And then
X-Play
eventually it
was
just got
nice.
cops, cheaters, cops. It was
Spike
bad.
TV is coming soon.
It was awful. It was awful.
But yeah, Final Fantasy 15
killed
really.
my
I'm
favorite channel.
I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, Final Fantasy 15 looks like it's gonna be a good game. I really want to play it. I want to play bits and pieces of
Seven.
No. I'm still playing through the original.
You said
7.
bits and pieces. I was like,
No,
oh,
bits
7.
and pieces of a little bit of what's the game is the Final Fantasy Type 0.
Yeah.
I want to play that because apparently the fighting mechanic is
Similar
to the ones in 15, which I would like to see how that plays. Also, Final Fantasy 15 is coming out with a animated prequel.
Yeah.
Yeah, an anime prequel to like explain the origin stories
This
for the
better
brothers.
be the biggest game.
So we're gonna see.
This better be the biggest
We're
game
gonna see.
ever, right? Yo, really. But yeah, so that's coming out in September. It just seems so here.
Yeah.
I'm so used to not getting what I want to that. the fact that I'm saying like, oh yeah, it's coming out, and it just seems like, oh, it should be coming out in like. It seems like this game should come out with the next GTA.
Yes. But it's been a long time.
It's been
coming, too.
already,
Because
exactly.
the last Final Fantasy that they made was the MMO 14, which I actually enjoy 14 a lot. 14 is fun.
Yeah, so that's coming out, and hopefully GameSpot gets their shit together, right?
Yeah.
Ready to get in court. Homefront: The Revolution is a game that has been started and deleted, then sold, then restarted again. Originally was at is what you call it even a developer anymore?
Who?
Crytek is
Oh yeah, they're still a developer.
Oh, so
Yeah,
they
they still make games.
they just not a lot of them.
No, they don't make them often because
Okay.
usually their games are like super demanding.
Yeah, well, and it's just really just to sell their engine, right?
Yeah.
So
I think they work through Ubisoft though.
Oh,
they're
I didn't know
they're basically the publisher is Ubisoft, the developers is
because I know they
is
couldn't
Crytek.
pay like their employees at one point, or that was a thing that was going
That's
on.
when you go to a company that can pay.
Ubisoft.
Yeah. So
Well, Homefront: The Revolution, the first Homefront was not a very good game. It's a very short game. I played it and beat it. There was a pretty dope part. We had the stay quiet with a bunch of dead bodies.
Yeah.
And that was pretty dope. And it had the drones and everything,
Yep.
which are not like not even. They're just regular part of life drones. But this is kind of like open world. Korea has invaded. They are like our overlords now,
yep.
which could actually happen.
It's North Korea, and the way that North Korea takes care of his shit. Man,
Yeah, and we're kind of like fighting back like a ragtag group. It's kind of like they've recreated the like British versus America occupied kind of country. How like the civil like the Revolutionary War, They kind of recreated it, but in a way that instead of Britons, we have like North Koreans.
Yeah.
So and that is pretty dope.
A little bit less so with the Revolutionary War, just because we didn't
come from them.
Yeah,
exactly,
they basically it's more of an invasion.
Yeah, but the ideas in the game are pretty dope. You have like these we're basically terrorists in our own country. And we're trying to overthrow the government.
I can't even say it's terrorists. It's literally an entire country takeover. It's an invasion. It's a full.
It's Hunger Games.
Invasion. Yeah.
it's the Hunger Games basically, and we're trying to like fight back. So I mean, the game looks less impressive now that we're in the new generation of hardware and stuff like that, but still seems like a fully fleshed out game. I mean, I forget who the developer is now who's putting it out, but it's still basically the same game, and it looks really good. There's missions where you have to like do all these assassination missions and stuff like that, you have to like free people from like torture camps or something like that. I saw one mission where you had to go and like they're trying to like brainwash these younger kids to not be like their parents and like accept
your overlords.
Exactly. And it's just the basis for the game is pretty dope, and the gameplay that I've seen haven't seen much since they had somebody finish the game. But what I saw at E3 like a year or two ago was just amazing. And me not being a very big shooter fan, really want to play it.
Yeah.
And the trailer that I saw was pretty awesome.
That's actually kind of weird.
Yeah. Yeah, like it just.
You're really not a shooter fan.
I really don't like shooters.
You were like the
anti.
Yeah. Everything against shooters.
Yeah, it just doesn't. But the way that it moved, shooters that I liked, of course, I like the Halos. I like I actually, even though I didn't play it, I like the Insomniac shooter that was for PlayStation. What was that? The was you like fighting the alien invasion?
Which
they had 3 of them, 3 games for PS3.
Fuck. I know which one.
And your guns did all kind of crazy shit.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. Does it start with an I? No. I know what game you're talking about because you play as the one guy.
Yeah.
And the one in the last one you play like they've like all but taken over. It's like alternate 1940s, 50s, 60s.
Yeah, it's a really
America.
dope game. I like the oddly enough the not Fallouts.
We can't
name of games is just escaping us tonight, man.
I know this game is gonna kill me because I know that friggin' game. I think it starts with a D. It's killing me.
Well, anyways, I like games that have aliens or some kind of like invasion or stuff like that, and this one really piques my interest, much in the way that what was the game? There's another game I can't remember. The game that had part 1 and 2 where we nuked the Earth. We were all underground.
Oh, Metro. That one I know. Metro. God damn it. That one. I'm pulling that one out of my head, but I cannot think of the freaking other game.
I think more the premise of the game is similar to that.
Yeah.
Which intrigues me more than just blowing shit up. I like to blow shit up for the purpose. And like I don't know. I just feel like this. Even though the first game wasn't great, it showed a lot of promise. I think this one will be pretty decent as well.
Yeah. First Homefront had potential.
Yeah.
But it was empty.
It was like
short, really
and they
short.
Really was like people wanted to play people wanted to play the multiplayer and stuff
yeah.
like that. I don't even think this game has multiplayer. I'm not sure. I think this is all just game.
Well, I think the last one didn't have
had multiplayer.
It had multiplayer?
Yeah, because the multiplayer what gave it legs. The multiplayer community is what propelled it to people keep playing it past, because it was competing with Call of Duty not very well.
Yeah.
But people were leaving Call of Duty to play this game. Because this was THQ's like big last hurrah before they collapsed.
Yeah.
It was one of their. They were like hanging their head on the game.
That's right. And whatchamacallit picked it up because they were like, nope, not gonna let this die.
Yeah, exactly. It was with that fire sale that they had.
Yeah, because they sold everything.
Really excited to see what the mobile game does with the actual video game version of Darkstalkers.
I still have yet to play Dark. No, I'm thinking Darksiders.
Darksiders, yeah. I'm sorry.
Darksiders.
Darksiders, yeah.
Yeah. I have yet to play Darksiders. I'm thinking about buying the second one because the first game I heard was a little rough, but the second one was like really well done.
The second game was really well done, but the first game is what the lore of the first game, and
you need the lore from the first game to understand what's going on in the second one.
I mean, the first game is my favorite game, not for the gameplay though,
really,
for just the story, like everything that's in it. And we got our boy Mark Hamill in the second one, which is pretty dope.
Yeah,
and he's playing this like slimy guy. It's yeah.
Or wait, you're thinking
Darksiders? Yeah, Mark Hamill's in it.
Oh, because I know that Mark Hamill. No, I'm thinking of the animation for Demons.
Mark Hamill plays this like slimy, like he sells you stuff, but he has like one of those guys. He's like he has a demon shop.
Yeah, I was thinking,
he has like an ulterior motive and everything like that. So
I was thinking the what was it Dante's Inferno. In the animated version he plays as whatchamacallit's dad, the main character, Dante's dad.
Yeah, the fat guy. You fight him in whatever case is, which sounds nothing like him, but this sounds more Joker-esque.
You sometimes you really gotta like listen to hear it, but then other times it's
this one is like it's blatantly that it's him.
Yeah.
But yeah, Battlefield Homefront Revolution. We're gonna get that pretty soon as well. It's a shit ton of games coming out really soon.
Yeah, well they're trying to fill in for this past like year and a half where there was like nothing for the system. So
yeah, can I get some exclusives? Anybody? Alright, we're to the shout out portion of our show. Thank you guys for rocking with us this long. Show us something. Episode number 72. I promise. I have some issues with my laptop and some other stuff that we had to buy a bunch of stuff. I still have to buy a new laptop and some other things. But we're gonna have some tournaments coming up soon. We're trying to get a new Wii U so we can get the Pokemon tournament going on. It's going to be very exciting for the later part of 2016. I can promise you that. So, anyways, on to the shout-outs. My shout-out actually goes out to... I was watching Dragon Ball Super, or whatever the fuck it's called. What is it called?
Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah, Super, right? And I said Super.
I'm gonna let you go first when you talk about Dragon Ball Super.
And I've been following it through YouTube personalities, not through actually watching it.
Yeah.
And I actually watched the episode, and I just had no fucking idea what was going on. Just none. I knew there's a tournament that's going on right now,
dude.
And I know that Beerus's people is fighting one of Beerus's like rivals or whatever cases like that, and they're going to have this tournament, and this guy looks like Frieza, but he's not Frieza, and this other girl might be a Saiyan from another dimension, and it was just so much going on, and I just couldn't get caught up. But the action scenes that I did see were dope. If anybody's watching it, this is kind of spoiler. The episode I saw was actually, I guess Goku isn't in the tournament anymore, and Vegeta's like the main dude.
I don't fucking know. I refuse to watch Dragon Ball.
And it looked cool. It was pretty dope. I want to watch it when it comes out on the States, and they have the reanimated,
the dubbed,
and the dubbed and the reanimated scenes and all that good stuff like that. And once they redraw it and stuff, I think
I don't know if they're gonna redraw it. I think they're just gonna port it.
Well, from what people are telling me, and what I'm saying, like it started off slow, but it's getting somewhere, and I want to see what happens. So it looks cool.
Dragon Ball Super makes me sad because it was something that wasn't needed. They should have just left Dragon Ball the way it was, and it's literally a bunch of fan people, boys and girls, fan people, coming out there. We need more Dragon. No, you don't. The movies had no consistency to the story. They were awful. The show is bad.
The show and the movies, from what I haven't watched all of Super, I've just watched it from what people have told me and what I've read reviews, and the movies touch stuff that they do in Super, but the actual episodes of Super expand on the movie, like Frieza and everything else like that.
So bad, because they're like Dragon Ball was about like them trying to fight this big bad, and now it's just like
the bad has to get badder.
It's just hijinks.
The bat has to get better.
There is no batter. Literally, they have a god with them who lets them fucking bumble around, and they do like crazy, stupid hijinks. Let's move on. Fuck it. Let's fucking move on.
I also want to give a shout out to like Alex is out right now. We talked about it a little bit earlier.
Yep.
Definitely want to get a couple of matches with that. We're gonna put our day one tech of Alex. He's pretty solid as a player and everything like that. And shouts out to Capcom for actually being on time with their updates.
Yeah.
And I haven't personally seen a extremely boost in stability in the online.
Not really.
But the big update happened today, and I haven't played a lot. So
There you go.
what about you? I mean, we have one big.
Yeah, we're gonna
shout-out,
do that
but
one
anyway.
together. Shout out to the Half-Ass Boys and girl because it's awesome and they're awesome. You should check them out. HA Heroes.
I would definitely agree with that. They are awesome. You should check them out.
My shout out goes to damn. I'm actually like blanking on a shout out because I'm really chomping at the bit to get to the big shout out. I want to give a shout out to I want to give a shout out to Song of the Deep because I'm really interested about that game coming out.
Yeah,
because it looks really cool. It's really cheap. It's a GameStop published game. Insomniac Games.
That's what GameStop's gonna do when it finally like goes belly up.
Yeah.
They're just gonna be a developer.
Yeah.
At that point. Hey, do you see that new Assassin's Creed developed by GameStop?
Insomniac is.
They might fix the game.
Yeah, they might. Insomniac is the one that's actually developing the game.
So that alone just makes me intrigued.
Yeah, you're playing as a girl whose father is a submarine captain, and he's gone missing. So she's going to go try to find him.
Huh.
The game's $15 at GameStop. And I'm really actually I'm actually intrigued to see what it plays like. Also, my next little shout out: the next games for PlayStation Plus are coming out for April. We got some actually pretty interesting titles. One of them being Zombie.
Zombie?
Yeah.
Not Zombie U, but just Zombie.
Well, it's Zombie because they can't put the U
which was
on there.
which was a $15-$20 game anyway when it came back out, and they added some stuff to it, which looks pretty cool.
You got Zombie, which is coming out, A Virus Named Tom for the PS Vita, Dead Star for the PS4, I'm Alive for the PS3, which I really wanted to play, and I kind of wish I had a.
I have it for my Xbox 360. I just never played it.
I really want to play it. I don't have a PS3 though, so I really want to play it.
We
we
can
could probably like both see it. Savage Moon for the PS3, Shimi for the PS Vita, and of course, like I said, Zombie for the PS4. A lot of people have been complaining about the type of games that have been coming out for their games for free, and I like them for the most because I like some of the indie games.
Yeah.
But they really want like these like the big titles.
I mean, let a year or two go by before you start.
Exactly.
Let the game developers make a little bit of cash before.
Like,
But I think that they do make a little bit of cash when their games go up.
Yeah.
On the store.
Yeah.
PlayStation itself pays them for the rights to have it out there, and then however many times they're downloaded, they get a percentage of that or whatever the case is.
So I mean, these are I'm really interested to play Zombie, and Dead Star looks like a bullet hell shooter, like the old school like flying a ship and like bullets are everywhere type shooters. So I really like
did you hear? This is another shout out. We were talking about the fact that Grand Theft Auto 6 is coming out, which anybody who has a brain knows is coming out. But did you hear that the main character is supposed to be a female?
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Which I don't think has been done in a Grand Theft Auto game yet.
I think it's very touchy. Because either way, you're going to piss somebody off. And GTA is one person that does not give a fuck about pissing people off. Who better to
piss off everybody but
that's
Rockstar?
That's one thing I respect. I respect Rockstar for not giving a fuck. They're gonna. It's satire, guys. It's fucking satire. I think it's I think they're ashamed because it's satire based on like real life.
Yeah.
And it sometimes hits a little too close to home.
And especially when they do American stuff.
Yeah.
And the team is not actually American.
Yeah. I mean, well, that's what our country. Literally, I look at GTA. I'm like, this is literally just a caricature of how
what we actually are.
What we actually are. But I'm actually glad that it'd be interesting to see how they go. You're gonna have parts like girls would never do blah 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 bullshit.
I have their numbers in my phone of the girls that do that bullshit.
Or it'd be like you can't do this and or some. It's gonna be something that's gonna piss people off. And
I'm excited.
I just don't want to hear people's mouths, but I'm going to hear people's mouths. So it's just one of those things.
On to the actual shout out. Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice. I like to talk before Loneliest gets in there.
Oh yeah,
I like to say that I like the movie. Did not love the movie. I just feel like it could have been so much better. I left the movie theater feeling satisfied and yet bewildered at the same time of just how underwhelming it was to be such a good movie, and just could have been so much better. Like, I know my words are all over the place, but like, I don't hate the movie, but I don't love it. It's like but I want to see it again, but I only want to see the parts that I want to see. You know what I'm saying?
That's bad. That is bad.
But there's no, the movie for me, because a lot of people say that the pacing was bad, and I don't think the pacing was horrible. I just think that you could have moved some stuff around. I like, sometimes you leave a movie or you go, oh, this is bad, oh, it's getting worse, and you go, oh, that's a nice little spot, that's a good, oh, that's one good part of the movie, oh, that was one bright part of the movie. There's a whole shit ton of bright spots in the movie. It's like a whole bunch of good parts in the movie all over the movie, and there's a whole bunch of like not good parts all over the movie. So
I'm pretty sure Detroit has a lot of good areas in it too. Doesn't mean I want to go through Detroit to get to those good areas.
But it's like the highs and lows are everywhere for me. And as you'll see, I like Jesse Eisenberg. I thought he was a decent Lex at going crazy, but I don't think the reason he was going crazy was fleshed out. It just has so much going on with it. But I mean, I'll say what I saw in the reviewer say. The Batman v Superman stuff in the movie is awesome. The Dawn of Justice stuff in the movie, minus Flash, because I just don't think he looks like Flash, is awesome. But everything between Dawn of Justice and Batman v Superman is questionable. But we'll be going to see it again. Really want to take a second pair of eyes on it. I don't know if you can hear that, but
ain't happening. I refuse to go. I paid $6 at a matinee for that movie. I'm upset by that. I paid $6 for a matinee for it.
I paid $10 and was sold out the first time I went. So, like I said, I really want to see it again, but I just need time. I'm probably gonna go this weekend or tomorrow or something like that. So, Loneliest. What?
I'm like, when you're just getting ready for something that you know is gonna be just
What was your opinion on the movie? That's gonna be longer in the rated R DVD release, by the way. So many extended scenes is gonna be. It might make the pacing better.
We'll see.
Anyways,
I'll wait. Maybe. I don't want to watch it again, to be completely honest. I am upset. I'm upset not for the reason that it's a bad movie, because it had, like, I will say it did have good parts. Yeah. Some good parts, just extremely far and in between. There was a lot of inconsistencies. There was a lot of things that were not needed. There was literally just they crammed a shit ton of different stories from different DC media properties dealing with Batman and Superman, and tried to, like, they didn't even put them together well. They just kind of sort of just like tacked them together and just like, here's a movie. Doesn't it look awesome? The dream sequences did not need to be made. Freaking, I actually like to, whenever I watch a movie, to really digest it. I don't want to like immediately react on it, because it really is wrong. When I got done watching a movie, I didn't know how I felt. Yeah, I felt like
I did an Instagram thing right like as soon as I walked out of the theater. Yeah, my initial reaction.
I couldn't. I had to sit on it for just a good minute. I had to sit on. I sat on it for like 30 minutes, and as I was sitting on it and piecing stuff together, I got like increasingly angry at the movie because I was just putting stuff together in my head of what I just watched, and I was just getting mad. There are 2 times in the movie I almost walked out. I won't say those parts because I don't want to spoil the movie, but there are 2 parts in the movie I almost literally, as a comic book fan, stood up and was like, "I'm out. I can't do it."
Or as
I
a
was
person who's been waiting for this your entire life.
I
mean, literally my entire life, I'm waiting for this moment.
I felt like Kylo Ren near the end of Star Wars, and this is, I want to say, spoiler for those who have not seen Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
Fans.
Yeah. When he's standing on the bridge talking to Han, he's like, I'm so confused. I'm being torn apart. That's how I felt, because there were some good parts, but there was a lot of bad that was like glaringly obvious to me. I had to digest it, so I digested it, and I just like put stuff together, things that didn't make sense, things that just didn't connect, things they didn't explain, and things that were blatantly. That was
hard for me. The fact that, because like we were saying earlier, like usually I can approach a movie as just the movie, without like any kind of fandom to it. I usually can do that to a movie, but my brain pieced things together that I just know, and it made it make sense for me in the moment. That probably didn't make sense to anybody else that didn't know what I knew.
Okay. As a comic book fan, there were parts in it that was like, they're doing this, but I wasn't excited about it. I was just like, it doesn't need to happen. As a moviegoer, if I knew nothing about Batman versus Superman,
so many questions.
I would have been like,
so many questions.
What the fuck just happened this entire movie? I left the movie, even as a comic book fan, like, only reason I knew some of the stuff that was going on because literally it was a shit ton of stories that it took
you know from. The stories exactly.
I mean, Jesus, the biggest issue is people getting on Snyder about the Dark Knight Returns stuff. He's like, I took nothing. Like a couple months ago, before the movie came out, I took nothing from Dark Knight Returns. Jesus Christ,
everything.
For like most of the movie, except for most of the movie, you did not take anything from Dark Knight. The Dark Knight Returns, freaking Mark Miller story. Or Frank Miller story. I'm so mad I can't even get the fucking writers right. Fucking Frank Miller story. I as I started like trying to piece what I just watched in my head, I couldn't. I was like, how, why? And I left the movie more bothered than I thought I would leave it. Not for the fact that I went in. I thought I was gonna go into it like, this is gonna be a bad movie. Let's watch this train wreck.
This is bad.
Yeah, and then it had good parts, and the casting was amazing, except for I do not like Jesse Eisenberg because he played.
I don't like Flash.
He was just. I don't like Flash either. I'm not even gonna lie. He does not look like the Flash. I say this.
He will really have to win me over.
I say this as Grant Gustin, who plays Flash on a TV show, looks nothing like Barry.
Yeah.
He looks nothing like Barry. He doesn't. I say this and say that he's a superior Flash when it comes to playing the Flash.
I will. Yeah. I mean,
this guy, I got. We didn't see much of him, so I'm gonna say that much. We didn't see much, but from the stuff I've seen, I'm like,
he's really got to win me over.
He's gonna have to really do something that kind of sort of, because he's gonna have long black hair.
But Ben did too. But Ben looks like Batman.
Yeah, Ben Affleck is fucking Batman.
He looks like Batman from the butt chin down to the fucking.
He was on it as Batman. Gal Gadot as
he had this like lusty kind of vibe to him too, with the where he saw Wonder Woman, he was like, "Gee, what you saying?
Yeah,
pretty girl."
Yeah.
He's like, pretty girl.
Gal Gadot as
that was for real.
As Wonder Woman, really really good. As Diana Prince, really really good.
I like
Superman's or Henry Cavill's performance.
It wasn't much of it.
As Superman was way weaker than Man of Steel.
It just wasn't much.
Way weaker than Man of Steel.
Like
even the parts that he read, it just didn't hold me like Man of Steel did.
I mean, a lot of that is him, but a lot of that is, I think, just the focus of the movie is just not on Superman.
What was the focus? What was the focus the entire movie? No, I can't even say it was directly on Batman because they jumped around so many times and stuff.
Yeah, I would say the most of the movie was like was
because they didn't focus on on Batman enough to make it where you had an understanding of what the fuck was going on. I like, come on. There was so much in the movie that I left it. I've said this to other people, so I'll say it online. There's two ways I left. I watched the movie and I felt it. I'll do the how I left first.
Okay.
When I left, not the Kylo Ren thing, but I left like I felt like I went to a really nice restaurant and got a really, really good meal, like a delicious meal. I ate and finished it. When I called for the check, the waiter came up and just blasted me, just punched me right in the mouth, just as hard as he could. And I'm just like trying to keep it down because I really like the meal, and I'm just like, I should fuck you up. But I'm going to go talk to your manager.
It was so delicious.
Yeah, it was good. I'm going to go talk to the manager. I got you. So I go out and I talk to the manager. The manager's like, fuck you, I should fuck you, punch you in the mouth too. Get the fuck out of my restaurant, and I'm double charging you. And I'm like, whoa, what just happened here? Your waiter just punched me in the face, and that's how I felt. Like it was good part. And then the rest of it was just like, why is this happening to me? The other part, I felt like a parent watching a child that you know has all the potential to be any and everything. Like any and everything.
It just could have been so good.
And I watched them as they like throw their lives away because they like meth. I love them to death, and I'm just like,
why do you, son? Why do you?
Why are you doing this? Because meth, Dad. Meth is amazing, Dad.
But it's meth, son. I mean,
you're destroying your life. You could like make like amazing, let's say like art, or you're a good sports player or something. You can do anything with your life. You are awesome at this thing that you do. Just don't do meth.
Okay.
I was so disappointed. I was disappointed because it had the potential to be such a good movie, and it fell on its like side and back and head, and I just couldn't do anything but just watch it as it just happened. I'm mad at the movie because it had all of the trappings to be an amazing movie.
Yeah.
And
it just tripped over
a
itself.
shit story.
It just shit. It tripped over itself.
Action scenes, fucking Ben Affleck as Batman fucking kicking the shit out of people. They had some really good, good stunt guys in there.
But his grappling hook,
his grappling hook was like piercing
like,
people,
and it was fucking like.
Oh, I will give you this.
Superman in the wall.
Yeah. Batman kills people. I'm not gonna hide this from you guys. Batman kills people. So if you're a Batman fan,
confirmation.
If you're a Batman fan,
confirmation
if
that
you're
anybody
a Batman
was killed
fan,
by Batman or Superman,
and you want to watch the movie. If you want to watch the movie and you're a Batman fan, be aware that Batman's gonna kill a lot of fucking people.
Like what my friend CL is the biggest Batman fan, and I was like, he was like, even he was like, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
some people. So he's like, I don't know if they died like right away.
It's one of those like
all the way.
I gotta admit, he's dead. Like, dude, there was so many times I was like, those people are dead. Those people are dead. That guy's dead. He's not going.
Was there anybody in the car really though? I mean, you didn't see him in the car.
There's not gonna be any open casket funeral for any of the people in that movie who died. Zero. They are gone. They're just scoop up what's left of them and put it in a box and have them have a funeral. But
all right, okay. Well, to wrap it up.
To wrap it up, don't waste the money right now.
Do you feel hopeful for any upcoming movie that might come out
for DC? No.
Yeah.
No,
for none of them.
No. Except for Wonder Woman, I think the standalone ones, as long as Zack Snyder's not touching them, the standalone movies like Wonder Woman, I think will do pretty well.
Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad, we'll see. I'm really like
Funny
I have a really bad
the more I
feeling
see of Suicide, when I first saw the first trailer of Suicide Squad, I was like,
the reason.
But the more I see of it, the more I'm like.
The reason why I'm like, is because you're taking a bunch of like nothing characters and you're gonna try to force something to happen, and Joker's gonna have a big part of it. I have a problem with Joker being crammed into like any story.
I
understand.
Just cramming. There's just a lot of cramming going on. And then
Joker
Batman's gonna make a cameo.
Yeah, like come on, dude. Like Jesus fucking Christ.
But it's probably
let the Suicide Squad. Let the Suicide Squad be the Suicide. It's like Guardians of the Galaxy did not touch on really any other freaking character, and it did well. It did not. They didn't really touch on any character that was really well known. They didn't go back to Earth, and you had Iron Man flying around helping them or anything. It was them. Suicide Squad is going to try to use some of the... They're using actually quite a few of like Batman-esque rogues in there too. I mean, Deadshot's had a lot of run-ins with Batman. Harley Quinn's one of the big ones, which they've been doing so much focus because Joker, Harley, stuff, yada, yada, yada. You got Killer Croc in there. You have Katana, which is another big, like, Batman-esque type, like, connection. Like,
Green Arrow, everybody knows from now.
God, yeah, and it's so... I'm worried about that one. Justice League, I don't know how the fuck they're gonna tie up the mess that they made in Batman vs Superman to try to make the next story. That's
very interesting.
But
we know that the future is bright for DC movies at the moment, as far as them being made. Fourth all time or something like that. I think right now at the box office.
Yeah.
Yeah. So pretty good stuff.
Well, I think it's just sailing well just for the name alone.
Yeah.
It's Batman, and I know that there's a lot of DC fans that are just like, they can't do anything wrong. It's like, no, the movie was bad. I'm not saying that it's like, no, the movie had a lot of bad points. No, the movie was amazing. Like, dude, stop being a fanboy for a second and just look at it from a movie perspective.
I am a fanboy, and I know this, but I will say the movie had some issues. But like I said, I can't say that it was a bad movie.
It was a bad movie.
I know you can.
Well, no. And I'm saying this. I'm not a Marvel fanboy. I'm not a DC fanboy. I'm a comic fanboy.
But I can't
as a comic fan and as a movie watcher, it's a bad movie.
But listen,
no structure. They had.
But I can't say it was a good movie.
I can't.
Do you see my middle groundness of it?
There is no middle ground. It's not a movie that would go and just be like, oh well, it was all right. I can't say that because it had an incoherent story. It had an incoherent plot. It had parts that weren't needed. They shoehorned characters into the story with fucking goddamn MacGuffins out the ass.
Yeah.
Just shoehorning certain characters in there just so they could be in there to give them plot. Don't explain really anything. They leave so many like open-ended questions. And the good parts of the movie, action scenes, really well done. Character casting was really well done, except for, like I said, the only one that really bothers me is friggin' Jesse Eisenberg. The rest of the character casting, beautiful, awesome. But how do you can't have them
shot beautifully.
Yeah, and the soundtrack, Hans Zimmer.
Yeah,
good, delicious.
Just so many straight, like it's some shots that are just like I pulled this directly from the comic book page.
It's like
in real life.
When you have a puzzle that you're putting together and like a good chunk of the puzzle is missing, it's not a finished puzzle. It's a bad puzzle. Bad. I want my money back. Bad puzzle. You don't go, it's still beautiful with the giant section that's missing in the center of it. I mean, you can't tell what that part is, but it's still it looks kind of cool. Like it's fucking missing shit that you need to like add that part into the puzzle to make it a puzzle.
Like I said, was not a great movie. Was not an above average movie, but I can't say I hated it. I enjoyed myself at the movie.
It's below average. It is below average. It is below average.
For me,
I won't say it's like.
For me, it is average.
I say I'm not gonna say it's like bottom of the barrel, but it's. Yeah. But I would say
it's not Fantastic Four.
I would say it. No, God no. We don't speak on Fantastic Four here. I'm not gonna say it's bottom of the barrel. I cannot say it's bottom of the barrel. But I would say it's below average for one reason, because if I'm going to a movie to figure something out and stuff like that, and I go into a movie and I leave the movie, even as someone who knows what's going on, even though I know, not even more questions. Like Marvel, when Marvel has done their movies, you don't leave the theater like questioning like, oh, what did I just watch? You leave questioning like, what's gonna happen next? Or oh my god, it's just gonna be amazing when I see ABC. Are they gonna do it this way? Yeah. Not like, what did I just watch? Like, what happened that entire movie? If I have to watch a movie and sit there literally like, what am I watching? There were so many times I was just sat there like, why is this here? What point does this have? And like, I have to say it's below average because it had all the potential and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and it didn't use said potential on the shitty story, which stories are what make the movie.
Exactly.
Plot is what makes the movie. It had no direction. I felt like it feels like someone guided you into a maze, saying that they're going to take you to the other end because they know the ending, and just leave you in a dead corner. I can't.
So if you haven't been listening to any of this, Will does not co-sign.
No. I'm not gonna go watch it again when it comes out on DVD
I'll probably
with
go watch it in the
their special edition. I might check it out to see if they make a coherent story out of the extras and stuff, deleted scenes and stuff. But if it, I'm holding my breath extremely hard. I will not go to see that movie again, not even for $6.
I'm definitely going to see it again. Well, that's gonna wrap it up.
DC fanboy.
Yeah, till the day I die. But I mean, even
as
then,
a comic book fan, I'm ashamed of you right now.
you know what scene I really liked that everybody was shitting on?
Spoiler.
Not really, not even. Just the dinner scene. I thought was really well done and really well paced.
The
Alex's house. I thought that whole scene was paced very well.
Oh, when he's doing his announcement.
That when he shows up and he's like, "Who's that?" And he's like, "Bruce Wayne." And he shows up.
Oh, that part. That
was
fine.
Hot.
It was fine. I didn't like Jesse Eisenberg in that scene. Fucks everything up though, because the way that the movie is played, he ruins the pacing of it. He ruins it with the way he's like very. It doesn't feel with like the dark tone like. Right, it just feels out of place. He feels out of place. He feels out of place.
I got what you're saying.
He feels out of place that entire movie. Yes, he does.
Well, that's been a 30-minute rant on our verdict on Batman v Superman.
We can probably separate that into its own goddamn thing.
Probably.
But
for Wollie Mopped Gaming episode number 72, we're gonna wrap it up. Be good, be safe, play video games, and if you haven't seen Batman v Superman, go see it.
No, don't waste your money. Wait till it comes out on DVD.
I would say it's a thing you have to go see.
Stream it. Unless you're like, if you're a reviewer, go for broke. There's a lot of people like it's not as bad as like a lot of the critics are claiming. What I say it's bad because it'll disappoint you.
I agree, and what I'm saying is, however you go see it, I'm just saying that don't pass it up. If you don't see it in the movie theater, just however you see it, go see it.
Watch it at least one time when you don't have to spend that much money on it.
Exactly. All right, Wollie Mopped Gaming, episode number 72. We are up and out.
Everybody keep on asking me, what's your swag sign?
So the basketball player, what's his name? Nick Young. He's engaged to one Iggy Azalea. Yeah, he's a Laker player. And his teammate, D'Angelo Russell, went overall number 2. Tony's not here right now, so he wouldn't know this already. But he went basically like overall number 2 in the draft and shit, right? Which is dope. So Nick Young was engaged. Currently might not be engaged to Iggy Azalea anymore. Iggy Azalea's had a rough year. I don't know if you know, because the white privilege thing, she didn't know that was a thing. Because she's from Australia. She doesn't fucking know. So,
well, over there, it's okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You need to be white or else.
Yeah. So...
You have dark skin in Australia? More power, man. Y'all are strong. Y'all are stronger than us over here. I'll tell you that much.
So, she didn't know about white privilege. T.I. dropped her from Grand Hustle. She's no longer a Grand Hustle. And then he dropped her during a radio interview. He was like, yeah, Iggy Azalea is no longer part of Grand Hustle. And she tweeted out like, whoa, this is the first time I'm hearing about this. Because basically she started beef with a bunch of rappers. She started beef with, I think it was Talib Kweli. She started beef with Vibe thing, Q-Tip. She started beef with like some like OGs, like, you know what I'm saying? And T.I. was like, listen, I can't really help you when you doing stupidness.
You keep fucking up.
And then Macklemore scolded her about white privilege. Like, listen, you don't understand. Like,
yeah, there was an entire thing where he I think
because she had no fucking clue.
I saw a interview he was doing online on a radio show, and he was basically like,
listen, I know that I profit from their culture, but what I'm trying to tell you is like, chill out.
Yeah,
and she's like talking about how bad and good she is.
Well, he's also like experienced and stuff.
Exactly.
He's not doing it to like profit off of there.
No, he was really trying to be like, hey, you need to chill out. You know what you're talking about right now.
Yeah.
And like he since then said he could have came out a little bit.
Yeah.
Whatever. But Iggy Azalea was a hit last year. She came out. She had a bunch of hits. T.I. wrote a bunch of them. and you know what I'm saying, and she came out and did her own thing, even though her music before she got with T.I. was subpar. She sounded like a black girl, but it was talking about pussy. Anyways, she's living a life. New album coming out. Basketball all-star Laker player. Even the Lakers suck. If you say play for the Lakers, it's status. You know what I mean? And so on to the story of the meat of the story. Right? That's enough of the backstory. This is something this is bro code. This is bro code. You just do not do this.
Oh, she didn't do what I think she did.
She didn't.
Or he did. He didn't do what I think he did.
You're gonna be surprised what happened. So, anyways, right? D'Angelo Russell, who's the rookie, right? Mm-hmm. And her boyfriend Nick Young is not the rookie. He's the one of the best good players, right? D'Angelo filmed Nick having a conversation with him while they were on the road in a hotel or whatever like that. And the conversation was something like this. So, what's your youngest chick you got right now? He was like, well, you know, my youngest chick's like 19. He's like, damn, bro, your youngest chick like 19 and you like 30, bro? That's fucked up. He like, yeah, you know, talking about stuff. He's like, yo, would you fuck Amber Rose? He's like, nah, I wouldn't fuck Amber Rose. She know my chick, whatever the case is like. So he just, in the video, explaining how many chicks he's smashing while admittedly being with Iggy Azalea, engaged to.
And dude just like
somehow got released on the Instagram.
Somehow. I mistakenly pressed the no, first of all,
but it wasn't from his account though. Somebody else posted it on they posted it on a website. I forget what the website called, Famalius or Famously or something like that is the name of the website. And then that got posted on the Instagram. So somebody got the video and then posted that bitch on Instagram. And then today, Iggy Azalea was like, oh, the rookie. She's like, oh, D'Angelo Russell's trending on Instagram or trending on Twitter. I like this video. Like, I like this video. And like the status between her and Nick Young now is like not engaged, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like blown up. You know what I'm saying?
My first question.
And before you even get there, he's been ostracized from the team, basically. Nobody's fucking with him because every basketball player is fucking somebody on the road.
Yeah.
And I got a personal story about that. We'll talk about later.
No.
And now, because of the drama on the team, they got blown out. I mean, who knows if this is the reason, but they got blown out by like 50 points by like somebody garbage like the Wizards.
Damn.
Yeah, or the Bucks or something like. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he's sitting by himself, eating by himself. The memes are crazy. Like, how do you do that to your teammate?
Not even. Why was he
recording?
Why was he? That is
my
biggest question. Why the fuck are you recording that?
Now you fucked up this dude's life.
Dirt.
Now you fucked up his life.
I don't know. He's not married to Iggy Azalea. I think he made his life better. Just like he can do much better than that.
But she's the hot girl right now. I mean, probably not anymore that she's not with T.I., but
whoop-de-doo. She burns bridges. She's not that. I don't like her. I just don't like not because of what she does or whatever. Just the type of person that she is.
I mean, yeah. I mean, she's.
Like I said, she was raised in Australia.
Yeah.
And Australia over there, their racial issues make our racial issues look like the way that they not all of them, but the way a lot of them treat their Aboriginal, like the
people who are from there. Yeah.
Garbage.
Wow.
Garbage. There was a story. What was it? And this isn't for all Australians. Yeah. There are a lot of good Australian people and stuff like that.
I mean, Crocodile Dundee.
Wow. You just did that. But there was a story that came out a couple years ago of this black girl who was told that she wasn't allowed to play. I forgot what princess it was. She was a little girl who dressed up like one of her favorite.
Just a little girl. Yeah.
Yeah. And this older Australian lady was like, you can't play her, and had her daughter like picking on her and stuff like that because she's not black and stuff like that. She's white, and you're trying to blah blah. Like, it was bad.
Wow.
It was really bad. So over there, their racial issues. They have racial issues over there, like crazily. Like, as if you're dark skinned, you still have a little bit rough over there. Not like in the sense of like civil rights and stuff like that.
But just
over here, it's
culture.
Over here, it's a little bit more like don't say that. That's not right.
Yeah.
Over there, it's just like
it's the norm.
Yeah, fuck it.
Last time I drank a Foster's.
Yeah, Foster's is delicious.